Oh, okay. Hey, you guys, Annette Orange here. Today's video is for my buyers, and what we are looking at today is the loan estimate, right? So the reason why I'm making this video is Thursday, Freddie Mac has released interest rates. As you can see, interest rates are up again. They release them every Thursday, so we can see that a 30-year is at 6.89% and a 15-year is at 6.03%, both up from last week, but both lower than they were last year. So here in the notes, Sam Cater, Freddie Mac's chief economist, said that this week 30-year fixed mortgage rate rose slightly higher. Aspiring buyers should remember to shop around for the best mortgage rate, as they could potentially save thousands of dollars by getting multiple quotes. Okay, so what I'm going to do today in this video is show you what to look for in the loan estimates so that you can ensure that you're saving those thousands of dollars and you know what to do when you're looking for a quote on the loan estimate. So I have a sample one pulled up here. So in the loan process, once you do the loan application, the mortgage lender has 3 business days to provide you with this document. And this is called a loan estimate. It is an estimate, like it says, of the fees and payment attached to your loan once you do the loan application. So this is an estimate, but you can use this estimate with each lender to compare, right? So here it is here. It's 3-page document. So it's broken down pretty easily so that it allows you to compare. So let's take a look at the first page here. So as you can see all this information, I'm not going to go here and break down everything because you could pretty much see all this information here, long-term purpose product, all these things, loan type, all of this is pretty much self-explanatory here, rate lock. So, but when you are comparing the loan estimates for mortgage, here are some of the things that you want to hone in on. Okay. The first thing that you want to hone in on is a loan amount, because you will see that if you do multiple loan applications with multiple loan lenders, that they all may not loan you the same amount. Okay. All right. And on this note, when you're doing your loan applications, you want to do at least 3. You want to do them on the same day. And you want to make sure that you have all of your employment history, residential history, all that stuff already gathered so that you can do all the applications at once, because it'll count as one credit pool and you'll be able to get this loan estimate back at the same time for each mortgage lender. So you really don't want to wait on this. Okay, so loan amount, all right? The next thing, very important here, is the interest rate. Okay, you want to make sure that you are getting the lowest rate possible. Okay, and I could say compare the payment, but the payment, monthly principal, and interest, it's based on these 2 things. So the loan amount and the interest rate gives you the principal and interest. So you can compare payments by comparing these 2 things. Okay, all right. So if we keep going down here, something else to consider here: closing costs, estimated closing costs, and estimated cash to close, right? So this part right here is going to tell you the closing costs, what you need to close the loan. And this includes lender fee, title fees, appraisal fees, and also realtor commission fees, right? So this is something that you want to hone in on as well. And this, so just on the first page, the most important things you're able to compare by first glance. So you want to make sure you have these things: loan amount, payment, closing costs. Okay. Loan amount, interest rate, payment, and closing costs. Okay. So let's go to the second page. All right. So closing cost detail. So this is a breakdown of what that $3,245 is. The closing costs, right? This says here, loan origination points, $1,500. So this is what they're paying for the cost of the rate. It's $1,500. Okay. All right. That's almost half of the closing cost is the rate. All right. So then they have other services here that you cannot shop for. So they have services in the loan, services you can shop for, services you cannot shop for. All right. So not only can you compare costs, you can also shop some of these items. So services you cannot shop for: the appraisal, credit report fee, and the flood determination fee. So the appraisal fee, they may vary by a few dollars, but depending on how much your home is, the bigger the home, the more the fee. So this would you could compare these as well. But these are the fees with the lender. If you go with them, you can't shop for. All right. So these are a part of it too. All right. And then there's services you can shop for. Title, closing fee, title construction policy, things of it. Any title fees you can shop for. So with the title, sometimes the listing agent will have a title agent that they prefer. The buyer's agent that you work with, they may have a title agent. You could go out and look for title agents, but there are plenty of them out there. So you can shop for these if you want to. You can get on LinkedIn and find a title agent. If you want to Google it. Um, okay, and then what else on here? So taxes and insurance, recording fees, pretty much for Georgia, it is what it is here. These are pretty much accurate unless it's some kind of transfer tax or whatever that's we don't know about. Prepaids. Now these are not your uh closing. They are their closing costs, yes, but they're not paid to the lender. So your prepaids would be the amount of money that you put in escrow for your taxes and home insurance. And these numbers are based on the day that your loan closes. You're up into going on. So it'll be like, okay, from the loan closing up until when they're due, how many months are between there, and they'll collect them a minimum of 2 months there. So this is well. So this is your closing costs here, right? So then once you add all these together, $3,245. You have the loan amount here minus the closing costs. So it'd be the loan amount. This is what's due from the borrower, $3,245. So you can compare your mortgage interest rate, compare the payment, and compare the closing cost out there with all three lenders. So I hope this helps Annette Orange with your home sold guaranteed realty. In this video, I showed you how to break down a loan estimate and what to look for. If this video was helpful, shoot me something in the comments. Let me know if you have questions about anything else regarding the mortgage, the loan process, the home buying process, home selling process. Drop your questions in the chat box here in the comments, and I'll go ahead and make those videos for you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.